Giancarlo Stanton has been insane as of late, thrusting himself, what I believe, right into the NL MVP race. You agree with that?
Not necessarily, but he's gotten it a lot closer than it was in the first half. He's been the MVP of the second half so far, and the hottest I've really ever seen him. Consistently putting the ball over the fence, way over the fence at a crazy rate. I think because of his team's lack of success and how good Harper, Arenado, Goldschmidt have been, I think they're a little ahead of him. But he's made it interesting. He's made it close, and I do think this is the best stretch of his career.
Well, Derek Jeter is now the new owner of the Miami Marlins,
Yep.
okay? A guy you grew up idolizing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everything he touches on and off the field turns to gold.
Mm-hmm.
What does he do with Stanton?
This is actually the biggest question facing this new ownership group. It's the biggest question facing the Miami Marlins right now. He's the biggest asset. You know, when you have an asset worth over, or that you're getting ready to pay over the next, I think it's 10, 11 more deals on that 13-year contract he signed back a couple years ago. You know, 13 years, $325 million. They still owe him the better part of almost $300 million. I think it handcuffs the Marlins because the Marlins, even though Miami's a pretty big city and we think of all the flash and the nightlife of Miami, they operate like a small market team. I don't know if they will continue to with Jeter there, but I actually think you need to trade him. And I think especially
He's got
with
no trade clause. So you got to sell to him that because he's not going to go to, no offense, but Milwaukee.
No, and they can't pay for him.
Cincinnati.
It's got to be the right. It's got to be the right team that can pay that contract, that can figure out the numbers of it, that he would want to go. That he would want to go.
The Mets.
Yeah, and I don't know.
That'd
maybe
be a very New York move, right, to go out and sign Stanton. But you'd want to give him up. Whenever he has 600-plus plate appearances in a year, we're talking 34, 36, maybe this year 50-plus.
I know, but what did you say? Whenever, because there's also been several. He's 27 years old. It's been lost seasons. Seasons where he goes down and he doesn't come back.
I just don't know if you're a Marlins fan. I actually don't know any of them personally. But the tragedies
Still waiting to meet the first one. If you're out there. Hey, Mikey Marlin, you out there? No, he's not there.
Tragedy, obviously, Jose Fernandez last year. And now you're telling me.
It's a horrible thing.
You're telling me within a 3-year window.
It's going to be a hard sell on the fans.
Oh, man, the fans.
Especially now. Especially, I know a lot of people don't fill that ballpark, but the ones that do, the few that call themselves diehard Marlins fans, he's the face of the franchise.
That's why you can't do it. That's why you can't do it.
And I understand that.
You can't.
Listen,
you lose.
You can't.
You're 17 fans. You lose 14 of them with that.
You don't just do it to do it. You got to get a lot back, and it's got to be the right deal. But if you can get the right pieces back, if you could get 3 guys that are going to be contributing major league level players while also taking $300 million off your books for the next decade, it just opens up what they're able to do so much more. His contract is going to continue to hamper this team. Right now, we don't talk about it as much because he's awesome. He's up for MVP in your mind.
And he's not seeing that 20 to 30 a year, which his contract was so backloaded.
It's backloaded. It's those years when he's 34. Is he really still going to be mashing the way he is now? Is he going to be worth the almost $30 million he's going to be getting paid at the back end of that? There's no way. But you're also never going to trade him then. If you're going to get rid of him, now is the time. His value's never been higher. He's 27 years old. He's in his prime. Maybe you could convince the Mets or the Dodgers or one of these teams that
it's going to start with convincing him.
It's going to start with convincing him.
You have to sell him.
Tough sell on everybody.
No, what you have to sell him is we're going to be horrible. We're going to be embarrassing. You don't want to be here. Be here.
Yeah. It's a win-win. You go and go somewhere better that you have a chance to win, and we need to really worry about the next 10 years and being able to be a little bit more financially flexible.
They've lost $70 million over the last 12 months, the Marlins have, and I know other teams around Major League Baseball like, oh, you want to dump Stanton, huh? You may have to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Some of that.
That's some of the paperwork we're talking about. I don't think it's just going to be a straight deal. Right. You're going to have to eat a lot of that. But, hey, it's all right. Derek's got a little bit of it figured out. Apparently, he wants to sell that monstrosity, that disgusting, the Crossing Marlins sculpture that's worth about $2.5 million. Maybe that's a little they can get back for Stanton. I think they should try to trade him. It's a tough sell on the fans and on Big G. What do you think? Let us know. Use that hashtag.